What if you're a man, a white knight who will do anything for his princess, and your princess is very special to you? But before you see her, you'll have to face a lot of challenges, such as swimming in a lake full of piranhas, crossing a long bridge in a volcano, and fighting a dragon. It seems like a lot of pressure, right? But in real life, there is a situation that fits this pressure. A man has a special love for him, and you need to court not only her, but also her family to capture their heart and trust. It sounds like you need to face battle with a dragon and courtship a family, but in the end, it is always worth it after you surpass the pressure and get what you deserve. Have you ever been in a situation when you were under extreme pressure? Because I do, a lot of times. I had this experience, I was free of workload for like a week or so, but then Monday came. My teachers announced quiz, activity, exam, video presentation, practical research presentation, and speech, all due next week. I stare at the wall and talk to myself. Did I do something terrible to be punished like this? This how I'm going to survive this. I was right when I thought that the long week of rest was suspicious. Anyway, is there anyone who play Jenga? It's a game where you need to take one block from any level of the tower and place it in the top most level, right? And if the tower falls, the game is over, and the loser is the one who caused the tower fall. You're probably wondering why I asked you that question. It's because playing Jenga can be quite pressuring sometimes, especially if you and your friends agree on an embarrassing punishment. Assume that it is your turn, but the tower is one move away from falling. If you panic, you might choose the wrong block and lose. But if you simply calm down, your brain will function more effectively and you will be able to focus better. I have read a study that says that stressful conditions can impair a person's working memory by decreasing its capacity. Everyone has a working memory. It enables us to comprehend, explore, and assess what is going on around us and remember information or knowledge long enough to apply it. When a person is under pressure, their minds are clouded with stress and anxiety. Should, it should be relaxed to be able to do the things you should do at that moment. I remember back when I was in 10th grade. I was one of the top students and we had to do a group presentation. She said that we needed to do a theater performance where we'll act based on a scene from a movie of our choice. Well, maybe this is my chance to show my Piano Pascual like acting skills. But in the back of my mind, I thought, I don't have a good feeling about this. For some reason, I felt extreme nervousness, and at the time, I had a strong hunch that my teacher would assign me as a leader. And you know what? My presumption is correct, and I was like, oh no! I think she expected me to be happy and proud, but all I could do was react like, and just said, why me though? The first thing that came to my mind was that it was going to fail because it was too much for me to handle. I am too hopeless in my own thought. I felt anxious and stressed. So many thoughts ran through my head that made me go crazy. I felt so much pressure, and I can't help but overthink. What if I can't win? What if we lost? What if my strategy is not as effective as other leaders and members can do? And all the other possible what ifs came into my mind. I am used to being just a member, following the leader's words. Suddenly, I became the leader. The expectations that are always present made me feel overwhelmed. I thought I was just going to be a big disappointment to my group mates. But then, positive guy who is having a sleepover with my brain cells who are in vacation mode already has woken up after snubbing my pleas for the past few days to give some positivity. Finally, the bright yellow duck shone as the bright of the sun to give light to my dark thoughts. Perhaps we still have a chance to win, and perhaps we can get good grades. Mr. Yellow Duck scolded me, clouded my mind with nothing but positive thoughts, and tried his best to make me calm. Surprisingly, staying calm helped me clear my mind. I tried to step out of my comfort zone to explore things that were new to me. While me and my group mates were planning our presentation, I was focused. Thankfully, I can think clearly and straight. I can say that I managed to stay calm all throughout the process, but reminding myself that I can do it. Everything went smoothly, especially because my group mates did their assigned tasks very well. It ended up, well, I am satisfied with the outcome. We got good grades, and the most important thing is that I overcome the pressure. You know what? Sometimes it's fun to work under pressure. My brain cells are forced to unite to find a solution to whatever's stressing me out. It makes me unleash my hidden skills or talents. I take out all my negative emotional factors and take advantage of the pressure to have the motivation to work harder. One thing I realized in that experience is that overthinking is such a waste of energy. I understand that this is something we cannot control. But instead of thinking, no, this is too much for me, I can't handle this, we should think, I can do this because it is me. Our brain can surprisingly be fooled easily, and sometimes it works depending on how we think. It's like it's like if we think we're gonna fail, we gonna fail. Why? Because that's what we're thinking of. We're not motivated enough to achieve something because our brain is focused on we gonna fail thoughts. Our brain will be preoccupied with negative things instead of actually working to our decode how we can finish our tasks successfully. Afterward, I came to the conclusion that staying calm while under pressure would be the most effective way to keep my focus on my priorities. It helped me not only in making decisions but also in finishing important tasks comfortably. I can think more logically, which puts my heart and mind at ease in any circumstance. Notice how you can think of a unique idea only after you finish your drawing project, or how your brain suddenly floods with ideas after reaching the word count for your essay, or how you have a paragraph of answers to your teacher's question after class, but nothing when she asks you. Pressure can block your potential. Hence, not being able to control it would be a burden on your life. Well, of course, I understand you. You might be thinking that being calm under pressure might be impossible when you're in a real situation. Yes! Now you are comfortable sitting in your room, on a bus, laying in your bed, or eating something while watching this. You can say to yourself, yes, we should do that. Staying calm under pressure, but when you're actually on the spot of the pressure, boom! You forgot it all. This is one of those situations that is easier said than done. I know everyone here understands what it's like to be under overwhelming pressure, but we don't want to be controlled by it forever, right? You have the power to control it, but are clueless. This is a skill that is essential for us to learn. Lots of articles will suggest tips on how to calm down, such as taking a deep breath, meditating, exercising, thinking some positive things, eating something, etc. Yes, all of it works, but I have noticed that its effect is just temporary. One thing that worked for me is acceptance, accepting what lies ahead of you in every aspect of our life. Acceptance has always been one of the most important things one should learn. Instead of denying signs, thoughts, or events in order to comfort yourself when you're in distress, creating your own fantasies to escape the problem will only wreck you slowly. You should practice understanding and accepting what you should do at that moment. It would be hard, but be patient with yourself. You should keep in mind that just because it worked for your friend doesn't mean it will work for you. Every single person has their own pace and method. Now, I'll stay calm. I'm speaking comfortably and standing at this platform, sharing my experience with you. Can you all ask yourself, why are you putting so much pressure on yourself? You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. It's true that not everything turns out fine, but we all can recover and stand up once more. Remember to breathe, relax, believe in yourself that you can conquer any challenges if you stay calm and think smart. Take